Incentive for the Australian players ahead of their rain-soaked final Pool D match in Shizuoka was simple: stake a claim for a place in the starting lineup of next weekend's quarter-final. For Georgia, the aim was a maiden victory over a Tier 1 nation. It was the first time these two sides had faced each other in Test rugby, and whilst Lello's retiring head coach Milton Haig fielded his most experienced starting lineup, his counterpart Michael Cheika made several changes, fielding their 11th halfback combination in the last 4 years.
Instead, it's Rory Arnold. Australia keep the ball away from the touchline. Penalty again. Mikhail Nariashvili gives away the penalty.
Yeah, David Pocock came off the back of that maul there as it was being driven towards the touchline, and he managed to carry by himself 1 or 2 seconds to get some momentum for Australia.
First entry was limit, second is clearly from the side.
And then Nariashvili there comes clearly in from the side. It's a silly penalty. It's a clear penalty.
First entry was limit, second is clear from the side.
Tolulatu. Ideally, Australia would like to throw long here, or longish, but it's difficult in these conditions. They have done it very well. Isi Naisarani wins it. Tolulatu takes control. This looks promising for Australia. Oh. But Georgia, they start grappling, and Australia have to rebuild through Rory Arnold, 5 metres out. White through the big forwards again. Scott Seo is there. In front of the Georgian posts, they go heavyweight, and they're still 4.5, 5 metres out. Arnold.
No, back!
Naisarani. The forwards will be very reluctant to let anybody get their hands on it. Since the goal line so close.
No, that's form! Ball available.
Repelled one more time. And again. Nick White waits. A scrum half, and Georgia start the mini celebrations. They're big celebrations because they have won the scrimmage.
Well, they must be out on their feet, the Georgians. Look at them celebrating the turnover, and they deserve it, because that was a statement from Australia that they were only coming one way. They were coming direct, and you've got to stand up and make your tackles and make the collisions, and Georgia did that. They are out on their feet, they're exhausted, but as Naisarani tried to pick and go for what must have been the 14th or 15th time, he loses possession, knocks on, and Georgia can celebrate.
In it comes, and it's won by Georgia. They go high. Keseladze is in hot pursuit, gets a hand to it.
Play on, nothing.
They've been a little bit in front of the kicker there, but Australia have it anyway. Nick White, Rory Arnold. To'omua, this is what he can do so well. To'omua looks for support, finds it from Dane Haylett-Petty. They have numbers out here. To'omua again. Kerevi held on Georgia's 22. Georgia at least slow it down a little bit.
I think it was in the arm. For me, it was in the arm. Play on.
White goes back the other way. Going Betty. Well tackled. Isaac Rodder.
Nothing.
Dumps it down for White. James O'Connor drives on. Georgia having to do all the defending in this first half. Arnold again. Brought up in rugby league. Didn't take the unit up until quite late. To'omua, Seko Pikepo did well. He wasn't really expecting that, but he delivers. Tolulatu drives on.
7.
Good pick-up, Naisarani, and the good offload to Jack Dempsey. Australia with options all over now. Oh, that's an excellent feed. A try must be coming soon. Kepu, Georgia flyer. Coimbete for the try line and the opening score. Georgia still make their tackles. Rodder. Arnold. 1 metre short. The final drive, and the try is scored. Nick White, the scrum half, opens Australia's account.
Well, Australia have had so much dominance in territory and possession, and Nick White has eventually found the gap. It was found 1 or 2 times earlier on around the breakdown. The big Georgian forwards have had to make so many tackles. This started with a wonderful break from Matt Tamua between the 2 second rows of Georgia. And then he's got in behind again. It must have been 16, 17 phases after this of sustained possession from Australia until they broke through. There's a lovely piece of play here from Pataya. He manages to get that ball away under the pressure. Coimbete is eventually well tackled again. Kamladze in. And then 1 or 2 phases later, Nick White looks as if he's going to pass to the forwards. Offers the eyes to Mamuka Gashvili. And just makes the line, does he? I think so.
Tamua. Australia are up to 7.
Yeah, it's a long time coming there. This is a nice piece of play there from Patea, who manages to get the ball away, to keep the ball alive. Coimbete is such a hard runner to bring down. And look, Nick White looks to his left, he looks to Pocock. Mamukashvili just crabs out to the right-hand side. Nariashvili can't stop the little scrum half.
Yeah.
Let's see how much pressure Georgia can exert.
Stay. Use now.
That's good scrummage for Australia, very good. And nice Serrani comes away well, and it opens up a better angle for Nick White. Or the other forwards, like Isaac Rodder. White again. Oh, another knock-on by Tolulatu.
Knock-on, and after high tackle on the White. High tackle on the White. Knock-on, yellow, it's a high tackle by 2 goal, penalty.
Yeah, it's a high tackle. It's an instinctive one, isn't it, as the ball bubbles free. Pascal Gazer just wants to calm everybody down.
Penalty.
Sekope Kepu stays down.
21.
That's probably the right decision.
Time off.
I think Milton Haig, will be quite happy with that decision, getting some reward if this goes over for the only pressure you've had. This is Australia looking to play out. Latu with a knock-on and mucks it into the hands of Sharakadze, and then follows through with a tackle which is high.
Soso Matiashvili with the simple penalty. Georgia are on the board. Australia 7, Georgia 3. Tolulatu. White.
Look after the clean out.
O'Connor.
By 8
Hayden
goals.
Petty. Cuts back inside. Takes 2 to stop him. Sekope Kepu. This is like a dummy dive pass.
No. It's a clean out from the side by 8 goal. Is a penalty here. Yeah.
I think it's a penalty against 8 goal. That's Isi Naisarani.
Yeah, Pascal Gazer said whilst the play was going on, he radioed up to Mane Shonka to check the clear out.
Jerome. Sure. Want to review the clean out by 8 goal. Yeah. 8 goal.
Okay, Pascal, are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And we're putting it on the screen for you now.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. What I saw in the
So hang on,
midstream.
Pascal, hang on. So I'm going to give you, that is the point of contact, and then I'm going to play it to you in full speed, all right?
Yeah.
So that is point of contact. We're now going to full speed.
Yeah, what I saw in the big screen is the number 8 cleans the player with the biceps, with the arm on the face, but no force. The player is very close to the breakdown.
Yeah, just hold on.
He want to wrap the player with the 2 arms. Yeah. And for me, it's a penalty and yellow card. Anyone disagree with my decision, Jerome and Ishwe?
Yeah, I agree with you.
It looks as if Isi Naisarani is going to spend 10 minutes in the sin bin.
I have my whistle in my hand. Yeah, I want to talk with number 8. Please.
This man's ducking. Nothing.
You come to clean the player. You try to rub with the arm, with no high degree of danger. But you make a contact with the bicep, with the arm on the head, is a penalty and yellow card against you.
Well, Australia just can't get out of the habit of going in high. Through Matt Tomua. Good burst from Samu Karevi, such a powerhouse in the centre. Tolulatu, head down, drives in. Knock on,
You take the man.
there was a Georgian interfering
You play the 9,
from
he
an
cannot
offside
catch the
position.
ball. Just only one captain, no? Thanks. It's you? Yeah, thanks. Thank you. You want to change? You play the number 9, and number 9 cannot take the ball.
Well, it's another penalty against
You
Georgia.
interfere on the 9 goal.
It's mounting up, but it's still you have a man in the bin. Number 9, Nick White there, trying to get back in, and well, Saganadze knows exactly what he's doing.
Well curled in by Matt Tomua. Australia's lead grows. They lead by 10 points to 3.
No, please, stay. No, please, back.
Matt Tomua clears the ball off the park. Pascal Gozer whistles for the end of the first half. Food for thought for all the Australians, including Matt Tomua, who's kicked a penalty and a conversion. Those points helping Australia to this half-time lead by 10 points to 3.
The resolute Georgians continued to frustrate Australia, and for the first 20 minutes after the break, no further score.
Rob Simmons sets it up. James Slipper, replacement prop, is on. Tomua is still on the field, so we just have to see how the midfield readjusts for Australia. That's gone backwards. Koroin Bete is clean away. It's a wonderful solo effort. Marika Koroin Bete all the way. This stretches Australia's lead.
Well, the game needed something special, and that man you've seen, Koroin Bete, came up with it. The Georgian defence has been so strong, it's been so dogged, but sometimes with a wonderful bit of speed and skill, Marika Koroin Bete slices through. This is a wonderful try, an individual try. Again, it comes from the ball, bouncing off the ground. Watch this for a reaction. That's a halfway line, the step and the go, and then he steps inside again. He thought he's got to go for the corner, but as the cover comes over, he cuts back inside, beats another Georgian defender, and scores. A wonderful solo try for Koroin Bete.
One more change of direction to come, and then it's the last burst for the line. Second try of the match. First points of this second half. Marika Koroimbete.
Well, he's worked hard this evening to try and free himself from tackles and kick free tackles, but he's been well covered, he's been hit hard. He's had to wriggle and fight in every contact, but that time there it shows how dangerous he can be. If he gets space from a loose ball, he can finish.
Tomua's success conversion is good. Australia leads 17 points to 3. And it's amazing how many times a bouncing ball can create something.
Yes, look at this step. Mikitadze beaten, and then Lobzanidze and Matiashvili collide, and then Studoa comes over, hunting really hard to cover on that corner flagging line. Koroimbete has yet another side step up his sleeve, and he dives over.
Gorgadze. This is
Off it now!
the number 8 feeds it back to scrum half Lobzanidze. That's a good rolling kick. Oh. And well played, Marika Koroimbete, keeping the ball in play.
Hold! Hold! Wait!
Thumped downfield, James O'Connor.
You can see Lobzanidze's thinking there. That good kick in behind, and although James O'Connor does get a good clearance kick, it's Georgia throwing the line out. But they've lost the last 2 or 3, Georgia. See, said lost 5 in total. They've said lost 3 in a row. 4 line-out steals for Australia. That's an interesting story of the match.
Have a look about the goal touch. In the 22 or no? Yes or no?
One more arrives. Georgi Tkaliishvili.
Wait. It's
Jabba Bregvadze.
It's fine.
Prepares to throw. Difficult to find the target. They try a dummy, and this time it does come down, and it's scraped out into the back. So Georgia do have set-piece play. A little break. Kamaladze, and on the wing, Alexander Todua has the pace to go all the way. Georgia with their first try.
Well, the crowd are on their feet, and that's an excellent breakaway try from Todua. Kamaladze was a key architect. The little number 10's kicked really well. He's actually taken a blow for his troubles as he freed his left winger, but it's a side and break. Again, not the tidiest a line out from Mikitadze, but the ball's batted away from Lobzanidze, and then watch this, the number 10 shows and goes, gets on the outside of the defence, inside Toumua, and then it's a foot race. And it's really well finished by Todua. Dean Helipeti can't get back. That's the pass there.
Timing is a good timing by the tackler.
It's a perfect pass right into the arms of Todua, and he has a 40-metre run.
Finish by Alexander Todua, the delight for Georgia.
More! Wait!
Salakai Loto wins the line-out ball.
Yeah.
Penalty to Australia. Advantage
on my side.
to the Wallabies. Toumua, they'll go back for the penalty.
5 wide. On my side, you pull up some more.
Konstantin Mikautadze penalised.
That's more pressure on the line out, isn't it? From Australia, their set piece has been outstanding. There's Mikautadze. Big shift from the big man, 130 kilograms. And Pele Lock has really put an effort in defence this evening, but he's penalised there. This will be important for Australia to get right, and Michael Cheika to get right. Another attacking opportunity 5 metres out.
Rob Simmons wins. Ulysses 16 at the back. It's the sort of second breakaway group. Try
On the line, here.
awarded.
Yeah, on the line, here.
Who's at the bottom of this
Wait,
little
on the
pile?
line.
Is it Will Kenyon? No, it can't be a scrum half, surely. Not in the middle of a driving maul.
Jack Dempsey.
Jack Dempsey.
Well, it's taken a lot of breaking down, hasn't it, eventually? And we just said there's an opportunity to please Michael Cheika if they can execute this one. The throw was good, the drive was good. You can see the Struan's spun right, spun left, they kept control with the ball at the back, and somewhere in there Jack Dempsey reaches the line and he's driven over, the try is awarded from Pascal Gazer.
Oh, there.
Just touchdown.
Yeah. On the line is good enough. Jordan Uelisi to throw. Well taken, nice Arani. Australia are off again. Nearly Fano. Tomua sets it up. Samu Karevi in midfield. So difficult to stop. Kenya.
No impact, play on.
Uelisi to Haylett Petty, who is dumped. Rob Simmons with a break. Good offload to Tupou, and it's going to be the run-in for Will Genia. Australia finish with a flourish. A flourish and a bonus point. Will Genia. '79th minute coming up, and at last the shackles are off for Australia. Rob Simmons, the charge, really good offload, the underarm, and there's the scrum half, diving in and sliding in through the rain-filled surface. Tanele Tupou, who's had a really good game in the loose.
Yeah.
Three replacements. Link up for Australia's bonus point try.
Yeah, 30 seconds. 25 seconds.
Missed with his last kick. Matt Tomua. He'll want to get back in the groove. Games ahead for Australia. England in the quarter-final, and he's missed with his last two. Referee Pascal Gazer ends the game here in Shizuoka. The last one, Australia's last pool game, but not their last World Cup game, because they march on into the quarter-finals. If Wales beat Uruguay on Sunday, Australia will be the runners-up in the pool. They will face England, but the job today has been done. Australia 27, Georgia 8.
The tricky weather conditions and valiant Georgian performance proved enough to frustrate the Wallabies for much of the match, but that final push sealed a hard-fought victory, which temporarily at least puts Australia top of Pool D. So 3 wins out of 4 ensure the Wallabies march into the quarters. Georgia return home with pride intact and heads held high.